Hey guys, what's up? So I'm finally back from Cuba. It was a really awesome experience. I'm so grateful to my best friend for being able to take me along with her and her family. But now that I'm back, I'm so happy to be filming again. So I figured since I've been really lazy about putting all my travel makeup stuff away, I thought why not show you my everyday makeup routine. It basically just consists of a lot of face products and very minimal eye products. But it was basically what I lived off of while I was there, and this was the makeup I lived off of. I'm super ghetto with putting my brushes in a very fancy Ziploc bag, but you know what, it worked for me. So yeah, let's get to it. So I'm going to be starting off with my favorite face primer, which is the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing one. I find that I have very open pores and texture on my T-zone as well as my chin, so I like to use a bit of this just to smooth those areas out. The next product I'm going to use is my Clinique Acne Solutions BB Cream. This is the medium one. This is the medium one, and I did want to mention that I do have a bit of color at the moment, but my neck literally does not tan, never tans. It might be hard to see in this light, but I definitely do have like a bit of color going on around like the décolleté area. So normally what I do is I like to match my face and my neck to that. So this is gonna look a little dark, but I do blend it down my neck as well as use my bronzer to kind of connect and be all one color again. This is hands down my favorite BB cream. For those of you who have combination or oily skin or acneic skin, they built this specifically for you guys. It is nowhere near as creamy or like moisturizing or like greasy as some of the other BB creams, as well as I find the coverage is actually awesome. So I definitely recommend this for anyone that deals with any of those skin types. It also has an SPF of 40, which is literally like one of the highest contents that you can get from a BB cream, which I think is awesome. So for everyday makeup, this is obviously nice and light. I always go for my BB creams just because for everyday use I definitely don't want to have too much makeup going on, and I find with anything that can cater to a problem that you have with your skincare, such as how this has the it's part of the Acne Solutions line from Clinique. I do struggle with breakouts from time to time, so for days where I do have to throw on a little bit of makeup but I am feeling like, you know, breakouts coming on, at least with something like this, I can sort of be reassured that I'm not going to, my skin's not going to suffer too much, so. Now I'm going to go ahead with one of my favorite under eye concealers, which is the Age Rewind one from Maybelline. I just find that it gives a really awesome coverage and never looks heavy, so I think that's awesome. For everyday use, I always put a little bit of under eye concealer on, just because I find that just brightens the face. It just looks way more awake. I look way more awake when I do it, so not for everybody, but for me especially. See, now come on, how much more awake do I look now? To add a little bit of light down the center of my face, because I just find that I like a little bit of radiance for my day-to-day look, I'm going to use the Touche Clay in the shade number 2 and do what I normally do when it comes to the highlighting and contouring aspect. Although I'm not going to actually do very much contouring, I'm actually just going to add a little bit of bronzer after. And obviously this may seem excessive for some people for their everyday look. For me, this isn't much at all, like really, like this is just steps that I've always done, steps that are easy for me, and something that makes a nice difference in my opinion. Taking my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Single in Soft Light, I'm just going to set my under eye area. Going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte in the transparent color to set the rest of my face. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some warmth to the face. Going to use my Sephora Collection bronzer again in Honey Heat. This is the one I took on my trip, so that's why I'm going to use it. It's pretty much my go-to. And just add a little bit of warmth to my forehead as well as my cheekbones, and then down my neck. Taking my Rimmel London blush in Pink Sugar, I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to my cheekbones. Finally, to finish off the face products, last but not least, going to be using my Laura Mercier Highlight Number 1. Since I am a little bit more tan right now too, I'm actually going to add a little bit of Becca Champagne Pop to this look. Finally, I'm going to set the face products with my Mist and Fix from Makeup Forever. For brows, I'm going to be using two of my all-time favorite products at the moment right now. So I'm going to be using the Benefit Gimme Brow, which is like a tinted gel, but it's also volumizing. So if you're like me and you pretty much have eyebrows, but you do want to accentuate them a little bit more, I find that this little baby does the trick. Normally I do wear it on its own, but because I do actually have a couple scars that run through my brows, I find that I do like to fill the scars in sometimes. So I'm also going to be using the Sephora Collection retractable brow pencil. These are waterproof. Basically, they're the cheaper dupe for the Brow Wiz by Anastasia. So if you're looking for something that will kind of work the same, these are pretty awesome. This shade is the Midnight Brown, and then the Gimme Brow, I'm using the darker one, the medium deep one. So first I'm just going to brush through my brows. And then I'm just going to go ahead through some of those areas that just need a little bit of attention. Just where the hair is a little bit more sparse, I'm just going to add a little bit more shape to those areas. And then we're going to go through with the gel. And I'll show you a trick with the gel as well. Did not mean to rhyme there. Okay, so this is a good little trick I learned from someone at Benefit. If you brush it backwards or tease the hair first and foremost, that way each little hair really picks up the product, and that will give a little bit more volume and a little bit more of a defined eyebrow. If you find that some areas are a little bit more sparse and such, this will help to really get the brow to grasp onto the product, and you'll get more bang for your buck that way. So I know it doesn't make too much of a difference on camera. Hopefully it does. But you can definitely see in person how this eyebrow is definitely a little bit more bolder than this brow. Alright, moving on to my eyelashes. I basically literally don't put anything else on my eyes. Like for every day, I just am too lazy to throw some eyeshadow on. Let's be real. And if I do, I'll maybe take a little bit of my bronzer on my crease brush and just blend it into my crease, just kind of define that a little bit more. But most of the time, I'm cool with just my eyelashes. With that being said, I'm going to be using the Benefit They're Real Tinted Primer. I've definitely fallen in love with this. It's an awesome product, even on its own. But it is more of a brown shade versus a black shade, and I do I just like black eyelashes. I just do. I like bold eyelashes regardless of the look I'm doing. So I really do like to go in with this first, and then I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I got a cute little sample of it, but this stuff rocks. I'm going to use those two in conjunction together and really define these eyelashes. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to show you all of this on camera just because I'm probably going to get out of frame a few times. I'm a complete amateur when it comes to doing, you know, lashes and liner on the camera, so hopefully this goes well. If not, you'll see me in the next clip. Alright, and to finish off the look, I'm going to be taking my MAC lip pencil in Whirl and MAC Angel lipstick, and I'm just going to use the two to make a very simple nudie, mauvey kind of lip. Sometimes you truly don't know how dry your lips are until you put lipstick on and you're like, oh my god, what is happening? Alright guys, this is the final look. Thank you so much for sticking around through this. Hopefully I didn't rant too much. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, thanks for watching.